In today's video, I'll show you how you'd be able to use Lucidchart as a complete beginner. So let's get started. First of all, you want to go into Lucid app, log in into your account. And if you don't have an account already, you could just sign up. You just go into the website and it's easy. You can just log in with your Google account or other methods depending on what you prefer. And then once you're logged in, you will now be prompted in here into the home page. And from here, we need to create a Lucid chart. So you want to click here on New. You want to make sure that you are not creating Lucidspark because this is a whole other creation here in Lucid. Lucidspark is basically for a virtual whiteboard designed for freeform collaboration, while the Lucid chart, which is what we want, is a diagramming tool built for precision and clarity. It's best used when you're ready to build flowcharts, organization charts, ERDs, UML diagrams, and wireframes, and many more. But basically, you can do it still in the Lucidspark or vice versa. It's just that it is more appropriate or it's more convenient or easier if you do it on the right platform or type right here. So let's go into Lucidchart, and from here you can start from scratch by starting from a blank document, or you could create it from a template. Since you're a beginner, I suggest that you create from a template, and we have a vast library of template right here for Lucidchart. So we probably already have a template that you need to create or you need to start from, because this is a really great way for you to skip the designing part and just get the designs from here, so you don't have to go through the hassle of manually doing everything. All you need to do from here is to duplicate some things if you need to, erase, and just insert the details of the text. But for now, we'll be starting from scratch just so that we can explore the different tools. So we're going to click here on blank document. And now it's gonna load right here. So just wait for that. And then once it's loaded, is that you will now be taken into your canvas or workspace, which is right here. And here in Lucidchart is that we have the menu here at the top. From here, we have the undo and redo button. And this template will pop up right here, suggesting that we could use each one of this because this would make our work so much easier, especially when we're a complete beginner. So yeah, I have explained that earlier on, but let's just skip that for now. We'll be using that later on this video. And from here, we have our formatting tools right here for text, for the borders right here, and then we have the line thickness, and then we have our paths or connectors. So first is that I'm going to teach you on how you can create a shape. So basically, you want to click here on the shape icon right here in the left menu, where you can see a bunch of tools that you could use. So we have the template gallery, where you can get the templates right here to get it pop up. And then we have the shapes. We have the containers. We have the themes right here for the color theme. And then we have the conditional formatting. We have the images. We have the data linking, visual activities, generate diagram through AI, so it's also quite useful. And then you could also go over diagram as code, marketplace right here to integrate some apps. And then we have this one right here, the quick tools. So you could also go for a sticky note back, and then you'd be able to pop that in right here. As you can see, we now have it here. So this could also be one of your shapes, and then you can put a text inside that. So yeah, that's it. So there's a bank right here, so you can always just get some sticky notes from that, and then you can generate as much as you want. So yeah, this is also a very handy tool here in Quick Tools. I use this quite a lot because the designs here are quite clean and beautiful. And now let's just create our standard shape right here. Let's say this one right here. And let's say that you would want to create a mind map. So that is very basic here, and most people do mind maps here in Lucidchart. So basically what you need to do is create two shapes, just like this one. You can generate that right here in the shapes, or you could also go for quick tools like the sticky note bank and put some sticky notes. This could also serve as your shape. And now when you want to connect this, you just simply need to navigate here on the sides right here. At the middle, you would have this circle. So this is your connecting point, wherein you could do it like this. You could connect them into the middle of the sides of the other shape. And then as you can see, we now have it connected. And now you can format these arrows by clicking on them and then navigating in here. Now you could go for the style of the arrow, you can make it broken, and then adjust the thickness right here. As you can see, it became thicker. And from here in the text, you could also go and format this, select the text, and then go here for the font that you want, and then go for the font size right there. And then you could also make it bold, italic, underline, and the color. You could also change that there. So yeah, those are the formatting tools here at the top. And we have some tools right here. You can feel free to explore. I will not be demonstrating them one by one, just the important ones right here, which is, I think, this one, because Lucidchart is mainly for diagramming tool. And when you are diagramming, it's very important that you understand how to make shape and how you could connect them, like creating a mind map. And another thing that I'm going to show you is here in the generate diagram is you could go here for some examples. Let's say here, mind map. And I'm just going to go for some of the examples right there. And then I'm going to click on send. And now the AI is going to build something for us. So now it's currently thinking, and we just need to wait for that. And now here it is. It has now made us a basic mind map. So, and from here in this mind map is that we could also edit the elements. Like for example, here in this text, I could edit that. Let's say sample edited text. As you can see, I have now been able to edit that. And same goes for the lines. You could also format the lines. You can change the color in here. Right here, let's say I would want to make it black, and as you can see, it is now black, and so on. And if you don't want any changes to that, you could just do so, or tell AI right here how the changes that you would want to be made. So yeah, those are the basic or fundamental things that you absolutely must know here in the tools. And now let's go into the templates and choose one from here so that you would know how it would go. So from here in the templates, just choose one. Let's say this one right here. You can click here on use, and it will now be prompted or inserted here into your canvas. So just wait for it, and here it is. As you can see in my cursor, I now have the template. Now I just need to put it wherever I want. Let's say right here. So I'm gonna go click here. And now it's inserted just like that. So it's that easy. And from here, again, the template is basically like similar to the diagram. And now we have this pop-up right here. So I'm just going to go click here and got it. And I'm just going to go out of that. And from here, we could also edit our template that we have right here. And we have our banks right here for different types of sticky notes. So this would actually depend on the template that you're using. You could modify the color, the positioning, the text inside them, and so on. And lastly is that we have the share button right here. So if ever you would want to collaborate with your teammates, you could always click here, and then you could now share them the link, or you could go for this one right here, wherein you could just add your email and they would receive an invitation, and make sure that the permission is correct so that they would be able to do their job or role on this project. And yeah, this is basically it for Lucidchart, for the beginner's tutorial on everything you need to know to get started in Lucidchart and use it effectively. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.